been up late, working double OT. I'm the type that never punch clock. Counting up the cheddar, I've been getting more cheese. I'm straight, nigga, look at my watch. Never afraid to get better, my legs. Ain't no bitch in my blood, not a drop. It's only one rule for the whole team. Stay down till we got on time.
What's going on, y'all? DK Drama, Bird Gang Sports. You already know what we here for. You know what we came to do. We got a lot to discuss, man. We got a lot to discuss. The Birds are in the playoffs, man. And just as much as I know, we all know that ain't nothing more scarier than the Philadelphia Eagles in the playoffs. But about this whole video, what I really want to talk about is it's a bit more to the Folesian society, is why a lot of the, well, now Cowboy fans, since they lost, you know, a lot of people are bitter. So a lot of them are saying that, you know, we won and done. We only could do what we did because of Foles in the playoffs. We don't have Foles in the playoffs. But to me, it's not really more so of Foles magic. If you look at it, we've been hit with injuries every single year the last 3 seasons. And 2 of the 3 seasons, we go to the playoffs. The first year was the best out of the 3 seasons, and that was because of our record in the regular season going into getting the home field advantage, the first round bye. All of that, you know, kind of played a big role in how we leaped to the Super Bowl that year. And if you look at that year right there alone by itself, including all of the injuries we had, we was plagued with injuries, and the quarterback that had the super run during the regular season, he got injured. And we still took that leap and went all the way and won the Super Bowl. Some people were fooled at the time and said it was Nick Foles. It was Nick Foles. But Nick Foles is now, I mean, he's not now, I don't know what they're going to do with Foles now, but he's been benched for Gardner Minshew. So where's the magic there? Where's the magic there? See, the Eagles get into the playoffs last season, and then they knock off the #1 defense in the league, the #1 from all season long. They knocked them out of the playoffs. We had Nick Foles then. We were plagued with injuries then, but we still got there. We couldn't get the job done the second round, but it is what it is. Now we get to this year and plagued with injuries again. No Nick Foles. Nick Foles is in Jacksonville. Carson Wentz somehow finds a way to lead this team and got these young dudes out here to make plays and eventually beat out the whole entire NFC East in the last month of football. The entire NFC East. They went through it, straight stormed through it. Now, with all the injuries, and including in the last game to clinch the division against the Giants, we went out with even more injuries during that game. You know, from the guys that stepped up even more. That's coaching. It's coaching. Getting these guys ready. Getting these guys prepared, even though they're not playing during the regular season. Just making sure they're prepared for the next man up. That is pure coaching. That is pure coaching. Like, that's what the title of this video is going to be. Foles versus Doug Pederson. Who is it? Who brung the magic to Philadelphia? And me, in my opinion, I'm saying Doug Pederson did it. So with that being said, we know what happened when we seen Seattle Seahawks. And I don't remember which, it was 5 weeks ago. We seen the Seahawks 5 weeks ago, and we lost by 7 points. At that time, we was kind of going through, like, getting those young guys out there. Those young guys was fresh to it. It was almost the same as when we seen the New Orleans Saints last season and they blew us out. When we just had the fresh guys, the fresh backups out there, and they came out there and blew us out. But when we seen them again in the playoffs, it was a straight dogfight. We was a drive away from winning that game. It's the same thing as now when we seen the Seattle Seahawks. Same scenario with those young guys. They was just getting into it, so they was just getting in rhythm, and they didn't really know, you know, they didn't have the repetition to step up to the plate. They did step up to the plate, but you know they got to learn quickly along the way. So they did that, and we lost by 7 points. Then I think honestly, Marshawn Lynch will not be a factor at all. The Eagles just be shutting down no matter what your running back is, no matter what his name is, no matter what he did in the past, this season the Eagles shut down all runs. That's just what they done. Defense stand up to the run game, and that's just what they do. Now, as far as our secondary out there, we need to, step that up. We do have guys that have been stepping up though. Sidney Jones, Vontae Maddox, Rasul Douglas has been stepping up like crazy because last game I thought Rasul was going to be the one that was going to get burnt or get targeted a lot. And he did get targeted, but he held up. He stood up. So, and I know it was against the Giants. But still, like, when I'm saying these players' names like Rasul Douglas, Sidney Jones, it kind of doesn't matter if it was the Giants or not. These dudes was getting burnt by all teams. It don't matter if you was a good or bad team, you was getting burnt by them. Like, that's just how they been lately. But now, well, in the past, see, lately, they stepped it up. So, I don't know who it's going to be this week. I hope we all, get it back together. We got Miles Sanders coming back. Jordan Howard, not so sure what's going to happen with Jordan Howard. But all in all, I think we can win this Seattle Seahawks game. I had a dream last night. And it woke me up out of my sleep and everything. But in my dream, we won. We won, but it was a very close game. It was by a touchdown. It was by a field goal. We won by a field goal. And it woke me up out of my sleep, man. It felt so real. Like I was that hype. It woke me out of my sleep. And I went back to sleep and I hopped right back in that dream. Any of y'all do stuff like that? Let me know if y'all do, because that's kind of weird. And it happened to me more than once like that. I wake up out of a dream, go back to sleep, and fall right back into it. But all in all, the end of the day, we ended up winning that game. And we won by a touchdown. So let's just hope the guys stand up. I think we can do it, though. I really do think we can stand up to the challenge and defeat these guys. We lost by 7 last time. We in the link, home field advantage. We got to stand up. I know the link going to be rocking. I know the players going to be ready to go. I know the fans going to be ready to go crazy. It's the home playoff game. First home playoff game for Carson Wentz. And I do believe he might get that straight up W. Like, I just do. Like, y'all let me know down below, though, man. If you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. I just wanted to get that out, and celebrate a little bit with the subscribers, because I know y'all been missing me a couple days, so this is what it is, man. It's your boy DK Drama, Bird Gang Sports, and I'm out.
I've been up late, working double OT. I'm the type that never punch clock. Counting up the cheddar, I've been getting more cheese. I'm straight, nigga, look at my watch. Never afraid to get better, my legs. Ain't no bitch in my blood, not a drop.